Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Aman podcast. I'm your host, Wallah Al Hassoon. Thank you so much for joining us in this very special episode. We have a very special guest today who comes all the way from Brazil, and I will let her share her story. Aline, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Wada.
And it is such a pleasure to have you. You have quite the interesting story. So just let's start off by introduce yourself to the audience.
So my name is Aline. I'm from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I'm a tour guide. So I work taking people places, walk around, sharing the history of my city. And that's what I really love to do.
It's amazing. Aline, so I want you to paint the picture for me. So take me back to the very beginning. So when you talk about your upbringing, before you discovered Islam, during your exploration of Islam, and then life after Islam. Tell me about that.
So I was always a person that I never identify myself with actually religion since childhood. I remember that when you are raised as a Christian, they take you to the Sunday morning school at the church. You need to go there every Sunday morning and take classes and everything. I remember I was maybe 8 years old, and I told my mom, I don't want to wake up early every Sunday. Please, I like to sleep. I don't want to go. My mom said, okay, don't go. It's up to you. Like, as far as you believe in God, and it doesn't matter the religion you choose for yourself. Religion is about feeling good with yourself. It's about doing good things for people. And that was how I was raised. Here and there, I tried to look for different religions like Christian, African religions, that they have a really big community in Brazil because of our history of colonization and things like this. But I never identified myself, oh, I am Christian. I was raised as a Christian, but I believe in God is the only thing that I can really say about it. And something that I always repeated to people, that I will never choose one religion for myself. I will never do that. I will never find something somewhere that I will really find myself. I believe in God. That's enough for me. So I'm
So
here now.
You believe in God. So what you're saying is you believed in God in your own way.
Exactly. I was a spiritual person.
Spiritual.
So I used it to pray as a Christian because it was how I was learned to be connected to God from my grandma. So when I needed to pray or need to feel connected, I use it to go to the Catholic Church or pray as a Christian, but never really felt I am Christian, I am Catholic. No, because I always had many questions, many things used to bother me, and that's why I was never, no, I don't have a religion. I believe in God. I believe in God. That's it. I'll never choose a religion. Here I am.
Nice. And so how did you discover Islam, or what were some of the things that you were hearing about Islam?
I'm from Brazil. I'm from the West. And we heard a lot of bad things, especially about Saudi Arabia, not only about Islam. Because the media, it doesn't do a good job about it. But I try to never let myself to believe in those things, because if I'm not there, if I didn't see by myself, I tried not to. So I use it to listen to really bad things, but there are people that believe in God. How come they are bad people?
So you never ran with that idea that it was bad? Never.
No, that I can tell you 100% sure. I never believed it or run with the idea that, oh, they have this religion, they are bad people. Never.
And so when did you become curious? When did you get to the point where you wanted to discover or learn more about Islam?
So that has everything related to my job.
And what do you do?
I'm a tour guide.
Okay.
I take people to walk around and I share and I teach about my city to the people. And a Saudi guy booked my tour. I work as a tour guide for a few years. I never had a Saudi person doing a tour with me. He was there to do a tour about coffee, nothing related. But at the end of the tour, after we walked around, have really nice Brazilian coffee, he asked me if he could pray in the place that we were. We were in a really nice coffee in 2 floors, and there was only me and him on the second floor. And I asked him if it was okay to be there or if he wanted to go to the first floor. There would be more people. And he said, no, actually, I want to pray. I need to pray. Can I pray here? It's okay. I said, like, definitely. Just, I think it's better for you to find a place in the corner so nobody will bother you. But yes, you can. And when he finished it, for the time of the day, it was Asr. It was in the middle of the afternoon. When he came back, I asked him, are you Muslim? Because I know that Muslims pray many times a day, but I don't know anything. That's the only thing I know. And he said, yeah, I am. We pray 5 times. And he told me about some things. And he told me about the day before that he was visiting a place in Rio de Janeiro. We have a colorful staircase that's protected by heritage that a Chilean artist did in the beginning of the 90s until the 2013, more or less. It was a couple of years. He was creating this piece of art, and he found a tile, a blue tile, super beautiful, in the bottom of the stairs. There was something really special and sacred written in Arabic. And he explained to me that in his religion, that was disrespectful, that people was stepping on the name of God. He actually used an example that I had no idea about the star of Muhammad Ali in the hall of, in the
When they put it up on the wall.
Exactly, it's on the wall because of his name.
Mm.
And when he explained to me that, said that makes so much sense. And he said, like, can we remove the tile from the floor and put in the wall? It's okay. The tile can continue there, just not on the floor. And it's like, it's going to be difficult. The stairs are protected. We have many laws.
By the government. Yeah,
it's protected by the government. It's heritage.
Mm.
And I said, I'm not sure. But let's try. What you're asking me, for me, it makes sense. For dozens of Brazilian tour guides, especially Rio de Janeiro tour guides, that was like, are you crazy? This place, it's not talk about heritage, but this sense of belonging, you know? Said, are you break the Celarón stairs? It's the 3rd most visited place in Rio de Janeiro. It's only behind the Christ Redeemer and the Sugarloaf Mountain. The 3rd in Rio de Janeiro is the Celarón Steps. I said, yes. He asked me, I really believe it's an important thing and I will do this. And I got so many enemies in Rio de Janeiro, but I don't care. I don't care. During that time, I was writing my thesis on my post-graduation.
So what happened to the
The tile was removed.
It was removed?
It was removed 1 year after.
And was it because you did something?
Yeah. After that.
So what? Can you explain what happened?
So after that, we started a process with the city hall. We wrote a huge document. We went to the Secretary of Heritage Matters in Rio de Janeiro. I was doing my post-graduation in cultural heritage. I was writing about something different. I changed my thesis to be about the tile. So I wrote the whole thesis defending why we should remove the tile and why that wouldn't harm the heritage, because the composition of the stairs would be the same. We would keep the color and everything. So as people see the place, the heritage would be the same. But for a huge religious community around the world, that would be everything. So that had a really good and big purpose. And I finished it. I defended my thesis. I finished my post-graduation. And a couple more, maybe 1 year around that, after I met him, we removed the tile. I was already reverted when we removed it.
You said you made enemies. Was there a lot of uproar when the tile was removed?
There are some tour guides. If I walk by the Celeron step, because when I was still in Brazil, I was continue working as a tour guide. And the Celeron steps, as I told you, is the third biggest visited place in Rio. So I visited that place many, many times. And I can see how people look at me. That's the girl that changed it. But
did you also get a positive reaction from that?
From Saudis.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
So they learned about the story.
Yeah. I remember that when he found the tile, it went viral on his social media.
Okay.
Wait,
so who is this? What's his name?
Thawabos Bay. He's a Sahitub. He's really big here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It went viral on his social medias when he found the tile. And then when he told me about this and I said, okay, I'll try to help you, he shared my social media. And I got like a lot of people, Saudi people coming, following me and saying thanks to me. And it's like, those people are special. I didn't do anything yet. I just said I'll try to help. And they're saying thanks. They are sending love. Oh, actually, some gifts too. Some people send things to Brazil.
All the way to Brazil.
All the way to Brazil.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was all the love from these people that I said, those people, they are different. There is something like, how come somebody can say anything bad about Saudi Arabian Saudi people when they are like this? This is the real Saudi people. I guess today I defend more Saudi than I defend Brazil.
Wow. Amazing. And so did that spark a curiosity to discover Islam when that happened?
Yes. With the gifts, they also send books. That's something that I love it, actually, about the gift, because they send books. Nobody, never revert, become Muslim. No, they send books to me. So they give me the opportunity to read and learn from myself. This was something that I love it, actually. And I started to read more about Saudi Arabia, about Islam, until I visited Saudi Arabia for the first time. It was one of the gifts. One of the gifts that I got.
Someone got you a ticket.
Yes.
To Saudi Arabia.
Exactly.
Wow.
They invited me and I visited Saudi Arabia for the first time in 2022. Almost 1 year after everything started.
Wow.
Yeah. And after I visited, then everything changed. Before it was already changing, of course. But after my first visit, after I saw this place by myself, with my own eyes, the people, also the religion, of course, they took me to a mosque, they explained to me, they teach me a lot of things about Islam. And even there, I said, I won't revert. I don't care. I already believe in God. I'm good with this. You can teach me. I will appreciate, because I love to learn. But
You didn't want to go by the book. That wasn't.
No, I was like, I believe in God, and I will never, that thing that I will never identify with any religion, that was still inside me until basically my last minute visiting Saudi Arabia for the first time. There are many people, when they revert, it's after long study. They read the Quran, they read a lot of books, they read a lot of things, and they make a decision. I will revert. This is for me. My reversion was never nothing rational. It was totally like spiritual. It was totally, oh my God, that's it. That's my place.
You felt like there was a calling or?
Yes, definitely. In this first visit to Saudi Arabia, I visited many cities like Riyadh or Lula, Jeddah. And then at the end, I extended my trip. I visited Al-Hassa, and the last one was Medina. And they got me a hotel room in front of the Haram, so I could listen to the Adhan and see people going and coming back to really feel it. But I couldn't go inside. I was not Muslim. So one night, I decided to walk around. I guess it was 1 a.m., 2 a.m., something like this. It was summer, so Saudis just go outside at night. And I wanted to go inside, and I know it was not about curiosity. It was not just curiosity. That was something calling me, telling me, this is your place. That's here where you belong. Like, stop looking for anything. It's here. You are here. And I was still not like, okay, I'm listening. But let's wait. And I left. I finished my trip. I almost finished. I had a long stopover, and decided to take 5 days to Istanbul because I told you I study cultural heritage. It's like I have this opportunity to be at the other side of the world. I need to visit. And on my very last night, I left a hammam, a Turkish hammam, and I was relaxed. And I listened to the Adhan for Isha. It was late because it was Turkey summer, so it was around 10 p.m. I said, I will go inside because I haven't visited Hagia Sophia before because I was super tired. So this is my time to go inside. And I went inside, I sat with all the tourists, and I start to see the men going to the front of the mosque, the Hagia Sophia, the women stay in the back, preparing themselves to pray. And I look at them, I was like, I want to go there. I want to pray. I want to pray like they are praying. I like to pray with them that place as they are doing. This is not my place. Here, just seated in the middle of the tourists, it's not my place. My place is with them, praying. And that time, it was like I saw everything in front of me. Everything that happened since the beginning, when he booked the tour, that everything was connected and written. It was like I seen like God in front of me said, Aline, look at this because of this and this and this. And now you're here. And that's it. That's what I did. I said a shahada.
MashaAllah.
So it was not from a study. No, it's just because I felt it was right. And every single day since that day, I just got more sure that I did the correct thing. I am in the correct place. I followed the correct religion. And that's what God wrote for me.
MashaAllah. And how did your family respond to that?
Nice. As I told you, my family is super open for religion. Everybody believe in God, and for them, that's what matters, and how you feel comfortable believing in God.
But there was no concern from any other family?
No, about religion, not at all. No, they ask me questions. I need to say something. I never read the Quran, the whole book, okay? I read, I listened to it all the time. So probably listening, I got it completely. But read like in Portuguese, to really read, and no, never. My father did, I guess, twice already.
Your father read the Quran? Is he Muslim?
No.
Okay.
My father read all the books I gave to him. Because my father is curious about religion.
And does he share some information with you about Islam?
Yes, he asked me things. He sent me messages. asking, that thing, that word. And I try to explain because I don't know a lot, but I research when I don't know, and I tell him. He has many books about Islam. He has more books about Islam than I do. Probably because I gave him most of my books.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. Like my friends, I have my 2 best friends. I'm in contact with them all the time now that I'm here performing Hajj. They're loving all the stories I tell. They are studying about because they got curious about me.
MashaAllah.
Yes, that's super nice.
And you're sharing your Hajj journey with them? Like, are you
every 5 minutes something happens.
Okay.
I get my phone. I did this.
Nice.
It's so nice.
That's amazing. What was your journey like, your Hajj journey?
Hard. Extremely hard. I know that Hajj is difficult and it's hard for everybody. But I got sick 2 days before Hajj starts. 2 days before I travel, because I'm living in Riyadh. So I had to travel to Jeddah and then come here to Mecca. 2 days before my flight to Jeddah, I got sick. I woke up sick. I was thinking about
canceling your Hajj trip.
Yeah. I thought about, because I got really, really sick. I was super worried. I really thought about canceling it. Many times, actually. Even when I was already here in Mecca, I thought about, like, I can't do this. But there was always somebody, no, Aline, go. And it was the best decision was not to cancel. But yeah, I got sick. I got really sick 2 days before travel. So I had to perform my Hajj on a wheelchair with people helping me. And when I'm at the camp, I need to lay down and stay on bed all the time because I'm feeling super weak. So I cannot walk like for 1 minute, 2 minutes. If I walk, I lose my strength and I almost fell. I'm a tour guide. I proudly walk 4 hours, 6 hours per day. Rio de Janeiro is hot like Jeddah, and I walk in the summer. And I cannot walk 1 minute. That's difficult.
So how do you feel now?
Now that I'm sitting here, I'm perfect. My thing is about walking because I'm losing my energy super fast. Yeah. But as far as like I'm sitting or I'm on bed, I feel more strong and I can like have a conversation as I'm having with you.
And so what was the one thing, were you touched by anything that you saw during Hajj? Was there anything that was...
Yes. The security guys, the military. Because my husband was super worried about me traveling because he knows there's a lot of people, like million people from all around the world. How will they manage to control all those people? And you know, my husband is back in Brazil. I moved to Saudi Arabia a couple months ago by myself. So he feels worried on the daily basis, but Hajj is a different level. And he saw the videos from the preparation and he was like, that is so amazing. Like, okay, I'll give a chance. I will trust them. And then because I was in a wheelchair, I could see things in a different perspective, things that you don't pay attention that when you are like walking by yourself, how they help people with anything. Throwing some water to cool people down, cooling them, helping with the wheelchair, but always smiling. This was something that you would never expect this from any military around the world. Never. But as I told you, Saudi Arabia is special. This place is a different level in everything. So many people, it's hot. They have to deal with so many things and they keep smiling to people. This is incredible.
It is.
Seriously, this
really
is incredible.
That's truly amazing. And I'm so glad that you are enjoying it and you're, alhamdulillah, and you've been a convert for you've converted to Islam. You converted to Islam 2 years ago.
2 years and 7 days.
MashaAllah. I've been a Muslim my whole life and I haven't performed Hajj yet. I think it's time.
Yeah, I guess it's time.
That's amazing. So, Alina, are you thinking about settling down in Saudi?
Yes, it's my dream. Since the first time I visited in 2022 that I saw, and especially with the Vision 2030, and it's like, Saudi Arabia is the future. Saudi Arabia is the future. And I wanted to stay here. This is the land of opportunities. It's right now in Saudi Arabia. This, like, of course, about jobs and everything, but also so good here. Everything works.
Mm-hmm.
Security, healthcare, everything. This is the perfect place to live. I don't want to go back.
I'm very, very glad to hear that. Final message that you'd like to send to the world. What would you like to say?
That's such a difficult question. But it's, don't believe in just what other people say. Look for yourself, research for yourself, read. This is super important. If you have any question, go for yourself and read, or question to the correct people, to the locals. Don't believe just in the media. They say so many bad things, and that's all lies. This place is, I don't have words to describe Saudi Arabia.
Amazing. And any message that you'd like to send to the people, or advice that you'd like to share to anybody thinking about performing Hajj next year or the years ahead?
It's difficult, but it's possible. And God is preparing something. So if you face any difficulties, don't question. I was like, why I'm going through this? Why God is doing this to me? This is something that Hajj, I learned from Hajj. Don't question. God knows everything. He decided that for you. You obey and you trust him, because he has always the best plan for you. So just go, just continue. Don't give up. Don't give up. That's it.
Eleni, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
This is truly an inspiring story. It is such an honor to be sitting down with you. Thank you so much,
It's an
Eleni.
honor to be here. Thank you so much.
And thank you all for joining us. This podcast is brought to you by Tahkum. See you next time.